I'm not mad at y'all free, but free right, bro. Talk about the indigenous standards of freeing our people down here, bro. Let's go down here to River Street, bro, where we know about the Yamasee tribe and the Moors and who the real Africans are.
This is how destroyed we are. We can't even dialogue.
Dialogue, y'all trying to overpower, but y'all tell me.
Brother, you are being emotional.
And why not? I'm mad. I'm a mad black brother.
Right. Bro, why is your people in captivity? Let me ask you that.
Because we suffer from lack of knowledge.
Okay, what knowledge?
The knowledge of the truth of who we are.
Okay, so let's what's the truth?
That we are the gods. We are God's children. God told the people.
Okay, who are they?
Us. Me.
What are they called? What are those people called?
Israelites, Egyptians, Ethiopians.
Well, they're not Egyptians because God wasn't dealing with the Egyptians. God's not dealing with the Egyptians. God was dealing with the Israelites.
The Egyptians, like, that's not part of our heritage.
It's not. I mean, it was part of our heritage. We was in slavery in Egypt. It was part of our heritage with that. Just like us being in slavery over here.
Right. Okay, so
I mean, but they don't have.
That's good you saying that. So if we're building on that and what we're building on now, let's talk about the indigenous standards of freeing our people from the corporation in the United States.
I'm gonna get you some indigenous out of here, right? Okay. I'm gonna show you. Jeremiah 14:2. I'm gonna show you some indigenous. I'm gonna show you something indigenous, right? Okay.
Explain it. I'm
all right. Now, watch this.
I know it ain't nothing but love and peace.
No, it ain't. I'm not. Yeah, bro. I'm not contentious. I'm not contending with you. I'm trying to win you over, bro.
I know.
Now, watch this.
God already has my spirit, so there's no reason to write it.
If God has your spirit, bro, the Bible, right? Where do we learn about how God thinks and feels?
Listen, that Bible is only 6,000 years old.
Bro, what I'm asking you is this, right? What I'm asking you is this. If God is talking to you, why are you not doing nothing God said? You got a pagan on your neck. You got a idolatry. You're in the midst of idolatry, bro.
You know that for a fact.
What does that mean, bro? What does that mean, bro?
What this means, this is fertility. This is life.
What does that mean, bro?
I'm not worried about that because that's 6,000 years old.
Read what you got for
Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
Come on.
And thou even thyself.
Hey, bro, listen, bro.
Listen, I know.
Come on.
I'm listening.
Shall discontinue from thine heritage.
God said that you would discontinue from your heritage, bro. So that's why you wearing an ankh on your neck, brother. Because you don't know that that's idolatry. That don't have nothing to do with being with who you are. Right. You're not no damn Egyptian. You're not a Hamite, bro. You're not an Egyptian, brother. Okay. Okay, look. What land? Okay, you say you're an Egyptian, right?
I'm listening to you, bro. That's all I'm doing. So I'm receiving all the information you got. So
you said God spoke to you. You said God spoke to you. Why do you have that ankh on your neck? Why are you?
This is the truth. This is part of our heritage. God, listen, I'm gonna bear this with you. Since we're calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites, give me the scripture in Hebrew. Not in that Bible.
We don't call ourselves Hebrew Israelites. We are the Israelites.
Okay, in Hebrew. Give me the Hebraic language. Don't give it from that King James devil worshiping about. How you gonna have the devil? Hold on. How you gonna have the devil on here talking about
what devil we got on here, bro?
We talking about Jesus Christ. We talking about Caesar Borzel. We talking about the people who wrote the goddamn
Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 14. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every man is brutish in his knowledge.
Bro, your mind is messed up right now. The Bible says that every man is brutish in his knowledge.
Every founder is confounded by the graven image.
What?
Every founder is confounded by the graven image.
Now I asked you, bro, what does that mean? How is that going to profit anything? What is that profit?
Fertility.
No, you know what that is? That's a damn a penis and a vagina on your neck, brother. That's what it is.
That's life.
Bro.
See, hold on. See, y'all taking it out of context.
So you think the black woman is God, right?
Hold on.
You think the black woman is God?
Let me ask. No, wait, no. Y'all take it out of context. You just said that that's a penis and a vagina, but some take it as perverted. This is not, if it's truth, hold on.
Bro.
If it's truth now, then we already know in truth that it's not. It is not perversion because it takes on this physical plane, on this plane,
they say that the white woman, the black woman is God. Do you believe that?
That she is goddess, and just like we are the God. Okay. That's truth. That's fact. Because ain't no goddamn white man, and then we right here. Why are you not downtown talking about
brother, the black woman is not God, brother.
She not high, she not God. Tell me that, bro. Tell me that. You talking about, y'all talking about the white people, y'all talking about these slave masters that beat, raped, molested our families, all of this, they put us under bondage the same, and y'all still reading from that Bible? Y'all ain't even speaking no Hebrew. No, y'all not talking nothing in Hebrew. Y'all talking no. These are facts, this truth, I stand on that. Y'all dissing this Ankh like this Ankh ain't truth, y'all know who he is. You can't tell me, bro. I'm built on God, bro. I know, I'm building on all this. I stand on y'all. But y'all not finna bash and tell me that this wrong, this how the same way that Caesar brought them wrote that Bible, that bullshit, trying to teach us the wrong way, and we've been locked in that shit ever since then. I'm not mad at y'all, friend, but free right, bro. Talk about the indigenous standards of freeing our people down here, bro. Let's go down here to River Street, bro, where we know about the Yamasee tribe and the Moors and who the real Africans are.
This is how destroyed we are. We can't even dialogue.
Dialogue, y'all trying to overpower, but y'all telling
me. You are being emotional.
And why not? I'm mad. I'm a mad black brother, bro, about my goddamn family, about my people, bro. I'm mad about that shit. I stand with y'all, but y'all dissing what I'm walking with y'all, bro. That shows the vision.
Hey, brother, listen. Listen.
You tell, you not telling me
stop. Let's have a dialogue. Women are emotional and over talk each other. We men, we gonna deal decently and in order. Okay? Now listen, wait. Now stop. Breathe, just breathe.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
What does scripture say?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Stop. We all should be mad. Now, in our madness, how do we come up with the best result? How do we now subscribe and listen to the best thing for our people, okay? So now we have to do away with what we've been taught. Because we've been taught incorrectly. And there's some things that we hold on to that have nothing to do with our culture and nothing to do with us as a people, and it's not going to bring us closer. Zephaniah 2. Now, we have to see how do we then gather ourselves together and be under one mind. But there are some things that we have to do first before we get to that, okay? But we're going to drill as man, we're going to see what can we come up with and see if we're in agreement, and if not, we'll go our separate ways. Fair enough?
That's true.
Okay, so listen up. Let's see.
Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1.
Hello?
Gather yourselves together.
What the scripture say?
Gather yourselves together.
Read.
Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
Stop. Now, it says nation that is not desired. It's not hard to see. There's a nation on the earth that the rest of the people don't desire. They don't desire to live near us. They don't desire to cling on to us. Matter of fact, they have words against us. They have made laws against us. There is no mystery of who this people is that's undesired. You're gonna go precept by precept. Read. Start again from the top.
Zephaniah chapter 2 verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desired.
So now, the Bible is speaking to a particular nation that's not desired. The rest of the people don't want nothing to do with us. Okay? The black man on today, we don't carry ourselves like royalty because we don't know what royalty we come from.
Right.
Now, what we preach and what we teaching is the Bible. We are the Israelites. We're not Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew is a language. Now, give me Jeremiah, give me Isaiah 28. Now, we're not Hebrews, we're the Israelites. The Hebrews spoke Hebrew. We don't speak Hebrew today because we've been disconnected from our history and the lineage that we descend from. What comes with our history is the language we spoke, the God we serve, and the land we belong to. But let's see why we don't speak Hebrew today. Read.
Isaiah chapter 28 verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And
whom shall God, because there's one God. I don't care if you call him just the creator, whatever you subscribe to, most people know that there is something that created us, and there's something, a power that's greater than us. Now, whether you call him God, whether you call him the power, whether you call him Elohim, whether you call him Adonai, whether whatever you call him, all our people, the people of Israel, or the people, the so-called Negroes, we know that we have a God. We know that there is a creator. But God says, whom shall he teach knowledge? Or whom shall he teach wisdom and understanding? Read.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Doctrine is this Bible. It was written by the Hebrews in Hebrew, right? And then it was after the land of Israel was destroyed because of the siege on Jerusalem in 70 AD. The Romans got a hold to it, and now you have the Grecians or whatever. It was in Latin, the New Testament, and it was written in different letters. It was letters to different churches. My point is, it was in Hebrew. We don't speak our ancient language no more. So whom is God going to teach his Bible to? That's the thing. Whom will God teach knowledge in the Bible to in doctrine? Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
That are what?
Weaned from the milk.
That are what?
Weaned from the milk.
The milk is the Old Testament, the scriptures. The law is the milk. The word is the milk. The scriptures say, desire the sincere milk of the word. That's you being like children. Christ said, except a man be born again, he won't seek the kingdom of heaven, or he won't receive the kingdom of heaven. What the Bible is essentially saying is, do away with what you've been taught and be retaught as a child. Because we've been taught wrong. I'm going to say it again. The Bible says wean from the milk, because you think about a baby. He's breastfeeding before he's eating solid foods, like steak, chicken. He's breastfeeding on milk. The Bible says the word is the sincere milk. Right. So now with that word, you get things like honor the Sabbath. You get things like don't have hatred for your brother, don't commit adultery, don't fornicate, because that's showing that you're gathering with your people. Right. Say, now if we gathering together, because remember I said, Zephaniah 2 says gather yourselves together. Now, from the milk scriptures, we're learning how to be a nation again. That's what the Bible is. When you read it, it teaches us how to be a sufficient nation. Because right now we're not a nation, we're individuals. That's why we taking part in customs that don't belong to us, because we're not a nation anymore. Read it again.
Whom shall he teach knowledge?
So whom shall God teach knowledge? Read.
And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
The Bible, because the Bible is a puzzle. And unless you understand it, unless you keep the laws and commandments, you won't understand this puzzle. It sits on the coffee table of our grandmother's house collecting dust because we don't know how to read it. Read.
Them that are weaned from the milk.
Wait a minute. So them that are in the mindset of children that can be retaught, read.
And drawn from the breast.
Like a baby, read.
For precept must be upon precept.
So precept are these verses. Precept upon precept. Read.
Precept upon precept.
Precept upon precept. Read.
Line upon line.
Line upon line. Read.
Line upon line.
Read.
Here a little.
Here a little from the Old Testament.
And there a little.
There a little from the New Testament. Read.
For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to his people.
Stop. He says with stammering lips and another tongue. Meaning we've been disconnected from our heritage. So with stammering lips, he has to speak to Israel. Jeremiah 17:4. With stammering lips, he has to speak to Israel because we no longer speak in our native language. Right. We no longer say, Ha Elohim, Hambarak La'alam V'ad. Wait. Yeah. So if I come out here and I speak to the people, Shema Yasharala, Ayahaya Nawa, Alahaya Aha. Shema Yasharala, Ayahaya Nawa, Ahaya Aha. They're going to walk past me. They don't know what I'm saying. So he says, with stammering lips in another tongue, meaning a whole nother language, English. Right. I can't come out and say, Shema Yasharala, Ayahaya Nawa, Ahaya Aha. You know what I said? No, but if I say, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. You heard that, right? So we don't speak in Hebrew because our people been enslaved. Read.
Right. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 4.
Read.
And thou, even thyself.
So you, Israel, you, Jeremiah, and your people, Israel, read.
Shall discontinue.
Shall what?
Discontinue.
Shall be cut off. Shall stop. Read.
From thine heritage.
From your language. Read.
That I gave thee.
Read it again.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage.
Read, stop. Read it again.
And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue.
Shall stop. Read.
From thine heritage. heritage
from your land of Jerusalem. Read it again.
shall
Read
discontinue,
again from the top.
and thou, even thyself,
You, Jeremiah, and your people, Israel, read.
shall discontinue
Shall stop
from thine heritage
the law.
that I gave thee.
The law. Isaiah, Psalms 140, Psalms 119, 147. So Israel stopped from the law. Israel stopped from their heritage. Israel stopped from their language. Israel now are African American blacks.
Right.
Now, that's the tribe of Judah. Africa was named after a white man. Leo Scipios Africanus. America is named after a white man. Americus Vespucci. We don't descend from Americus Vespucci or Africanus, so we're not African. Neither are we African American because we don't descend from two white men. All right? Now, the Bible says we will discontinue from our language, we will discontinue from our law, we will discontinue from our land because we didn't keep the commandments. Read.
Psalms chapter 147 verse 19.
Read.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Israel is the progenitor of the Israelites. The Israelites are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians today.
That's
one nation. We're one nation, 12 tribes. I'm going to say it again. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are one nation, 12 tribes.
That's right.
His
I'm
statutes,
come to you, brother.
his statutes and his judgments.
So God's statutes and judgments for breaking the statutes or breaking the laws. Read.
Unto Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
Unto who?
Israel.
So he gave that unto our forefathers, Israel, as an inheritance. Right? So we stopped. We discontinued from our heritage, which is the law that God gave us. Read.
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
What did God say?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
What did God say?
He hath not dealt so with any nation.
So God created all mankind and he does not deal with them like he does Israel. Amos 3:1. So God created all mankind and he does not deal with them like the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, which are the 12 tribes of Israel. One nation, 12 tribes. Now today we've been in captivity and we no longer speak our native tongue, which is Hebrew. Now we speak Spanish. When you speak to the Mexicans and Puerto Ricans and Cubans, Dominicans. Now we speak French or Creole when you speak to the Haitians. Now we speak English over here in America and in Great Britain because we've been scattered on slave ships and we've been taught different languages of our captors. So now we've been separated from our heritage. You see what I'm saying? Read.
Amos chapter 3 verse 1.
Read.
Hear this word.
What did God say?
Hear this
What
word.
did God say?
Hear this word.
Read and be quiet and listen. Read.
That the Lord has spoken against you, O children of
The
Israel.
children of Israel are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of
By
Egypt.
the hand of Moses and Aaron, he delivered us from the Pharaoh of Egypt. Read.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Read again from the top.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you.
Now, God is speaking against the children of Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the 12 tribes. Read.
O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Exodus 1. Exodus 3:1. So God says he only know Israel of all the families of the earth because he gave us, Israel, his laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And it's the same people he delivered from the hand of Moses in the Exodus. Because we are not Egyptians. We are actually the children of Israel. The Egyptians are the children of Ham, our first oppressors. Read.
Exodus chapter 3 verse 1.
Read.
Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb.
Read.
And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of the bush.
Read.
And he looked, and behold,
the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed.
And the bush was what?
Not consumed.
So God appeared unto Moses in a burning bush. Read.
And Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned. And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called unto him out of the midst of the bush.
So God called unto Moses, read,
and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, here I am. And he said, draw not thither. Put off thy shoes from off thy feet.
So he told Moses, because the place where he was going to be standing is holy ground, so he said, you got to prepare yourself before you come to holy ground. What we're telling you is this is holy ground. We're the prophets back on the earth, and we're teaching God's laws, statutes, and commandments to the lost sheep. The lost sheep of the house of Israel. The lost sheep of the house of Israel are you blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians.
Right. Put off the shoes from off thy feet.
Meaning, take away what you've learned in Egypt. Read.
For the place whereon thou standest is holy ground.
Read.
Moreover, he said, I am the God of thy father.
Of whose fathers?
The God of thy father.
The God of the Hebrews. The God of Israel. Read.
The God of Abraham. The God of Isaac. And the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God.
So Moses, now this is God coming to Moses to show him how to deliver the children of Israel out of Egypt. Read.
And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
What did God say?
I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
Read.
Which are in Egypt.
Which are in where?
In Egypt.
In where?
Egypt.
Where?
In Egypt.
Read it again from the top.
And the Lord said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people.
Stop. Who's God's people? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We were enslaved in Egypt.
Right.
Read.
I have seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry.
God, we what?
Heard their cry.
We cried to God for our affliction in Egypt. Now, give me Exodus 1 and 5. We cried unto God because we were being afflicted by the Egyptians. We say it again. We cried unto God because we were being afflicted in Egypt like we are being afflicted in America. Egyptians are our first slave master. Yes, a people with dark skin enslaved us first before the white man. The people of dark skin enslaved us first before the white man. The children of Egypt are the children of Ham. I'm going to get that. Read.
And Exodus chapter 1 verse 7. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied and waxed.
Stop. Brother. Hey, brother. The place where you stand is holy ground. Read.
And waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land.
We multiplied. We became a great nation in the land of Egypt. We were mighty in the land of Egypt because we took shelter in Egypt. Our forefathers took shelter in Egypt because of famine. Read.
Verse 8. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph.
Our forefather. Read.
And he said unto his people, Behold.
So he said unto his people, the Egyptians, Mizraim, read.
Behold. The people of the children of Israel,
the 12 tribes of Israel,
are more mightier than we.
Are what?
More mightier than we.
Are what?
More mightier than we.
Greater than the other nation. Greater than the Egyptians.
Come on. Let us deal with them. Let us deal wisely with them. Lest they multiply and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies.
What were the Egyptians scared of? Afraid of?
Lest they multiply and it come to pass when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us.
What did Egyptians say? Read again.
Let us deal with them wisely, lest they multiply and it come to pass when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. And there they did set over them taskmasters.
They did what?
Set over them taskmasters.
Read.
To afflict them.
To do what?
To afflict
To do
them.
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 what?
To afflict
To
them.
do what?
To afflict
What
them.
did Egyptians do?
To afflict
What
them.
did America do?
Afflict
To
them.
do what?
Afflict them.
Read.
With their burdens.
With bondage. Read.
And they built for Pharaoh treasured cities. Pithom and Ramses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
So we grew mighty as a nation in Egypt. Our first slave masters. Read.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel.
What were they?
Grieved because of the children of Israel.
What were they?
Grieved because of the children of Israel.
Because we multiplied in the earth and we were better. Because God made us better. Deuteronomy 6 and 7. It's 7 and 6, I always mix them up. 7 and 6. Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Read.
For thou art an holy people.
Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Read it again.
For thou art an holy people.
Read.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Read it again.
For thou art an holy people.
Stop. Holy means separated. Holy means cut off. Holy means cedric from the rest of the people. He created all people and he separated Israel. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
What did God do?
Chosen thee.
Read.
To be a special people unto himself. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
See why the Egyptians were grieved?
That's right.
You see why the white man is grieved? Bring it out. You see why the so-called Arabic is grieved?
That's right.
You see why the children of Ham, the so-called Africans, were grieved? Because we mighty. Because God chose us to be a special people above the rest of the people he created.
That's right.
11 and 7. Bring it out.
The book of Exodus, chapter 11, verse 7.
Read.
But against the children of Israel,
Read.
shall not a dog move his tongue.
Shall not a what?
Dog move his tongue.
Read.
Against man or beast.
Okay, against the men of Israel, which are the gods of the earth, or our beasts, the dogs, our animals. Read.
That ye may know
Read.
how the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
So we are made better than the Egyptians. We are made better than the other nations. We are not Egyptians. We are not Hamites. We are the children of Israel. And we've been cut off from our history. We've been cut off from our language. We've been cut off from our land. Read it again.
Exodus 11 verse 7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how the Lord hath put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Ham, Compact Bible Dictionary.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
Stop. So now, it's talking about Ham. Ham is one of Noah's sons. Ham is Noah's youngest son and one of 8 people to live through the flood. There was a great flood and God killed off mankind because of the wickedness. And so he said Noah, Noah's wife, and then Noah's 3 sons and their wives. A total of 8 people in the ark. Sis, you ever heard of Noah's ark? So now we're speaking about Ham, Noah's youngest son. Read.
Before you continue, bro, would you read it from?
Where you tell them what the people were you reading from?
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary.
Say it again.
The Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Zondervan. Read.
Okay. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
Read again from the top.
Okay. Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
So Ham was one of the 8 people to live through the flood. Read.
He became the progenitor.
He became the father. Progenitor means father. He became the father, read,
of the dark races.
of the what?
Dark races.
Of the dark people. You smiling, but let's see. Let's get some information going out. Read.
Not the Negro.
Wait a minute. You see sister's face? Sister was surprised. Now, Dark skin doesn't connect the people. I'm gonna say it again. Dark skin don't connect a people. Because now when you look over in Iraq, you see the Arabics, they have dark skin. We're different people. You go into Africa, some parts of Africa you see people. Most parts of Africa, all Africa, you see people with skin, brown skin. We're not all the same people. Just like all people with slanted eyes aren't Chinese. Right. So there's different nations of people that share brown pigment. Because prior to the white man coming onto the earth, everybody had brown skin. Say it again. Before the white man came on the earth, all people had brown skin. Right. Adam and all the people after Adam had brown skin. So brown skin doesn't tie us as a nation. Brown skin just means brown skin. All right. So read it again. It says. Hold on. Hold your peace. I'm gonna get to your question. So it says, Ham became the father of the dark people, not the African. Let's see which dark people he became the father of, though. Read. I mean, not the Negro. Correction. Ham became the progenitor or the father of the dark people. Not the Negroes, but let's see which dark people. Read.
Not the Negroes.
Not the Negroes, the people that you put on the transatlantic slave trade. Not the people that went on the transatlantic slave trade. You see, the people that went on transatlantic slave trade are not the people that descend from Ham. Say it again. The people that went on the transatlantic slave trade are not the people that descend from Ham. Right. Read.
The Egyptian.
But the who?
The Egyptian.
The who?
The Egyptian.
Ham is the father of the Egyptians, not the Negro. The Egyptians are our first slave masters. Right. Hence, that's why they enslaved us. Right. That's why we were enslaved in Egypt, and God sent Moses to deliver us from the Egyptians. Right. Are you familiar with that history? It's called the Exodus. We are the children from the Exodus. These are the original Hamites. We don't have that custom. We don't share that custom with them. I'm going to say it again. These are the Egyptians today. These are the Watusis and the who? Sudanese. We are not the Watusis or the Sudanese, and we don't descend from Ham. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference between us and the Hamites. There's a difference between Israel and the Egyptians. God said it, and the scholars of the world know it. Read again from the top.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Because there's a difference between the children of Egypt or the children of Ham and the Negroes or the children of Israel. Now we've been destroyed. Now they call us Negroes. But God says we're royalty and he called us Israel. Right. God said there's a difference between the Egyptians and Israel, and the scholars say that there's a difference between the Hamites, the Egyptians, and the Negroes, which are the Israelites. See, the white man not going to put in his Bible that the Negroes are the Israelites. I'm going to say it again. The white man is not going to put in his books that the Negroes are the Israelites. I'm going to say it again. The white man is not going to put in his books that go through our school systems and in colleges around the world that the Negroes are the Israelites. Right. But they know that there is a difference. They know that there is a difference between the children of Israel and the Hamites. That's why we came on slave ships.
They ain't gonna tell us that.
Read.
But the Egyptians,
Ethiopians know that there's a difference between Ethiopians and Negroes. Hence, Ethiopians know that there's a difference between the Ethiopians and Israelites. Read.
Libyans.
Ethiopians know that there is a difference between the Libyans and the Negroes, or the Libyans and the Israelites. Read.
And Canaanites.
The Canaanites know that there is a difference between the Canaanites and the Negroes, or the Canaanites and the Israelites. Read. Give me Habakkuk.
Yeah, I really, like God, I got to go, but I need more information.
Before you go, listen to this. Habakkuk 2 and 18.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 18. What profiteth the graven image?
Now, That's a graven image because, again, we've been separated from our history. Right. We've been separated from our culture. Right. We've been separated from our land. We've been taking on the identity and the culture of our oppressors. Our first oppressor is the Egyptians. They enslaved us before any other nation enslaved us. And that sign that you have on is an Ankh. An Ankh comes from ancient Kemet. Ancient Kemet is ancient Mizraim, which is ancient Egypt. I'm going to say it again. Ancient Kemet is ancient Mizraim, which is ancient Egypt.
That's right.
Exactly. And that came from Nimrod. That came from Babylon. Still, the Cushites, which are Ethiopians, none of that come from us. That come from Noah's son Ham. We come from Noah's son Shem. That has nothing to do with us. That's a sign of our oppression. Right. That's a sign that we've been destroyed as a people because we don't come from anything from Egypt. Right. That's not our culture. We're not Kemet. We're not Kemetic. We're not Mizraim. We're not Egyptian. Read.
What profiteth the graven image?
So the graven image that has nothing to do with us. That is just like the cross. That cross has nothing to do with us. It doesn't represent the black Messiah. It represents the Antichrist. It represents the white man holding himself up as Christ. Doesn't represent the Messiah. We're going to get you what represents the Messiah. Okay? We're going to get it for you. It's in the Bible what represents the Messiah. You never read about a cross other than Christ's death. All right? Read.
What profit if the graven image?
So that graven image that you wearing, read. It says, the Bible is asking the question, it says, what profit? What profit for your soul? What profit for your mind and your knowledge? What profit for your salvation? It doesn't profit anything. It's unprofitable. Read.
That the maker thereof hath graven it. The molten image.
The molten image, meaning it's melted down with some type of metal. It's either gold, it may be bronze, it may be silver, but it's melted down and carved. Read.
And a teacher of lies.
A what?
A teacher of lies.
A what?
A teacher of lies.
Brothers, it's a what?
A teacher of lies.
So it's a teacher of lies, meaning it's teaching us a false identity.
That's right.
Because it's not bringing us back to being called Israel. Read.
That the maker of his work trusts therein to make dumb idols.
To make what?
Dumb idols.
Because they can't walk and they can't speak. So it's a dumb idol. It's not going to profit you, brother. It's not going to bring any type of salvation onto you. It's not. It doesn't represent your nation. It represents, it's anti your nation. It's anti your people. It's anti-God. It's anti-Christ. It's anti-life. Say it again. That graven image, that Ankh from Kemet is anti-life.
You probably got to take that up.
Yeah. Might as well take it off. It represents nothing.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.